If someone asked me a question a few weeks ago, like, Bear, we're under the emergency situation globally, and you need to stay at home with your wife and kid for 4 weeks. This is option A. And option B, I would definitely take option B. Yeah, B. But now I work and live with my daughter and wife for a whole week, 24/7. Sometimes it's not too bad to hang out with your partner all day long, and we are all adults, so we can survive. But stay at home, work and live with a 3-year-old, that's a totally different story. It feels like, weekends are fine. Before that, there are weekends and they are on 2 days. You can get rid of them. After 2 days, you are free and it's Monday, right? But now, you can check out anytime you like, but you cannot leave. I'll just give you 2 examples: productivity and conference calls. Now, productivity means another thing for me, which means nothing. My daughter has a gift of recognizing when I'm focusing on work and interrupt me every 90 seconds. So I worked for different companies for 20 years. There are ups and downs, some really hard people, tough guys to deal with. But I have to say, my daughter, she is 10 times worse than any other demanding customers or clients I've ever had. Just like yesterday or the day before yesterday, she was playing jigsaw beside me, and I tried to read a document for 10 minutes, and I opened the document, read for 10 minutes. I can recognize every word, but I cannot understand a sentence. I lose the ability of concentrate forever. Conference call is another nightmare. As before I mentioned, my daughter has some gifts. One of her gifts is to recognize when I'm about to talk and making funny noise besides me. Do you remember the BBC interview about a professor, but his kids just gate crashed in the interview? Just like, yeah, imagine that happens on you 3 times a day, every day. That happens to me. So last week I survived for a few days. Yeah, just bear with it for a few days. Then I decided I need to fight. I need to take the control. Okay, be a man, take the control. And I need to, work out some solutions. So yes, I did. So I take 2 steps. The first step, take an audit. I mean, you need to observe your enemy if you want to win a war, right? So that's what I did. I started to observe my daughter from the beginning when she wake up till the end when she go to bed. Take notes, find some weakness, something I need to special take care of. And I got 2 of her weaknesses. The first one, she takes long nap, really long nap, from normally from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Sometimes so long that my wife is really curious about what she's doing in that room. So just like one day at 3 p.m. around, so my wife just said, hey, let's just check what Molly is doing in that room. And she was trying to open the door. I said, no, woman, just keep that door shut. You don't want to open it. Yep. Just right now, she's sleeping or playing or just mess with her in the bedroom, and I don't want to interrupt her. Yeah, that's the first thing. And the other thing, the other weakness is cartoon. My daughter Molly, she likes cartoon, and normally she doesn't talk, play, or disturb me during watching cartoons, which is quite good for me, you know. But we limit her cartoon time every day, like top to 1 hour per time and top to 2 times per day, which means I need to use the time wisely to buy me some freedom. It's like playing video games, right? You only have 2 magic potions. Use them wisely. So after this observation audit, I made my plan, the strategy of how to cope with this situation. So normally I will sacrifice my morning so my wife can focus on work in the morning. After the team meeting at 9, I will play with my daughter for 2 hours, and I will try to do some activities indoors or just on the deck with intention to squeeze her energy out so that I can have a interruption-free afternoon. And then around 11:30, I'll start to prepare the lunch for the whole family. And then after the lunch, my daughter will take a long nap, which is the gold time for me to focus on work. And after a few hours, when she woke up, my wife will play with her for a while. Also, I'll occasionally play with her for a while and then start to prepare dinner. And after dinner, I will use my second magic potion, which is the 1 hour cartoon time for her and 1 hour luxury personal time for me and my wife. Yeah, the plan works for 1 week, nearly 10 days, and I have to say it works very good. My wife's happy about it, my daughter's happy about it, and me, surprisingly, I'm also quite happy. I'm happier than I expected. Yeah, probably on the bright side, I spend the time with family. I spend more time with my family. And on the other side is that I think I find a balance of work and life if I'm going to work from home. But from the very deep of my heart, I do wish this lockdown thing will pass as fast as possible, because I really want to run back to my office, sitting in front of my small desk and work 8 hours per day, every day. Cheers. Have a great lockdown weekend.